How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to another XRP update. I made a video that I didn't really want to last time round. I was thinking a few steps ahead because we're seeing some falling wedges across the market here, especially on Bitcoin. If you've been following my updates, at least from the last week, I was talking about some falling wedges, but thinking a few steps ahead because with such a large dump down, in fact, guys, even that wick right there was 30%, let alone what it had already done from the highs. We can see it went down around 47% in total. No fear because there is this bullish pattern at the moment, but I'm just trying to think a few steps ahead. Again, with such a move down, there are going to be so many levels of resistances that need reclaiming. And at the moment, you can already see that we're struggling right over here at the very earliest, and we're yet to see the breakout. In fact, hopefully you've checked my Bitcoin update and from earlier today. Recommend that, and we're seeing a massive influx in views, so really appreciate that. But we've also got this bullish pattern, the falling wedge, and what we need to see Bitcoin doing is breaking out so it can tap into that higher area. But this circled box over here, 105 to 108, is a key level of resistance. We could still lower high underneath that and eventually roll over even with this bullish pattern. So I need to show you all those levels on XRP. But essentially, guys, you can see there was already an attempt to break out, and before even touching the red box, 99k, you can see it's already rejecting at these moving averages. So what does that mean for XRP? So as you can see, it's yet to break out, but it's attempting to at least $2.45, $2.40 to $2.55 is the level we need to break. But as you can see, there are a whole bunch of moving averages in this red box, on the outer end of this red box, on the higher end of the red box. Beyond it, there are other levels of resistance. Previously, support over here, resistance with this capitulation day. It had pumped so much, it dumped down 30% plus and recovered all of those losses and went into further gains for that daily candle close. So it was a green day in the end. But we can see all it did was get into a key level of resistance, 265, 270. And even though it was a bullish pattern, my fears were we're going to attempt to fill in the wick. And that's what it's been doing ever since that green candle. It's been bleeding down, filling in the wick, and it's not yet done potentially if Bitcoin is to roll over and fail the breakout. We've got the bullish setup. It's meant to break out of the falling wedge. It's just yet to do so. And again, even if it does eventually break, guys, XRP ultimately needs to reclaim $3 to $3.15 to end this correction. If it can manage to do so, we've actually got a $5 target. We've got a $6, $7, and $8 target. So yes, if we get out of this, there's a lot to look forward to. And you would say, if we're seeing Bitcoin about to break out of the falling wedge, then there's no better time to DCA. We're at the support and coming into the apex where the two lines meet, so a move will be forced, and with a bullish pattern, it's meant to be forced to break to the upside. Again, with Bitcoin having so many resistances, with XRP having so many resistances, even before $3.15, it could get knocked back down even if it reached $2.70 and still roll over to new lows, looking to lose this moving average. And the direct next moving average would probably line up with the lowest wick and completing a 100% wick fill. But we don't need to 100% wick fill. We just need to start it, and it's already done so. So now that we've got that bullish setup to take advantage, we need to see Bitcoin and the rest of the altcoins, as well as XRP, breaking out this resistance of 245 to 255, turning into support, then 270, 260 into support. Now this is just going to be a resistance, okay? So it will reject at least in the short term. But yes, we want to see it broken, and that will allow those future bullish targets to get met. The risk is a lower high at any moment and then coming down and filling in this wick over here even further. Let's develop this chart even more. So I'm going to place some further fibs, giving me some key levels of support. Of course, this where we are currently is a key level of support right over here. So I'll mark that as green. And then we do have some more down over here as well. I'll drag it down a little bit to tap into that. So there are a few levels of support holding us up at the moment. So even if we roll over a little bit more, we could get another market bounce that holds the lower end support of this falling wedge. So it could be a scare, go lower but actually hold, and it could still bring a breakout. It needs to actually break out before midway through February, and it's meant to be to the upside. I'm just trying to keep you guys aware. We could play the bounce, but it might just be short term, because there's going to be a resistance, whether it's here or here, that will start giving back those short-term gains. Something like this. And the hope is that it higher lows and then higher highs through the red box. And we can start aiming at $4 and $5 for XRP. If you remember from my Friday video, I was showing you that it could well be a potential double top, because we've come into targets that were 2 or 4 years old or 7-year-old resistance. So that's why we've seen this correction at the moment. We just don't want it to develop even worse. We don't want those other coins with the falling wedges rolling over and heading to new lows. This is a very weak sign for the market. It could later develop from a double top into a head and shoulders pattern, aiming for even lower. And we want that all to be avoided, as I'm someone invested in altcoins and Bitcoin, so we really need to see this bullish breakout over here. Don't worry, because I will be making further updates as this develops. I'm just going to say it how it is. You know, I keep saying that downward path is not what I want. At least I'm showing you that there's chances of that happening, rather than just keeping you blindly bullish, and that might not be the case. This can be the bottom. Could also just be a local bottom and we head lower. So I will just keep doing updates as it develops to keep you all posted. Thank you so much for the continued support on the channel. I've seen the influx into the Bitcoin updates as well. So if you got some spare time, check them out as well. Turn on the notification bell, like, subscribe, comment. And for further education, whether it's the ebook, one-to-one mentorship, or the Discord community for my live streams, then use the links down below in the description of this video update. Cheers.